Today is October 31st, 2021. This is the Harry Thomas Show. The websites are located at harrythomas.info and harrythomasshow.com. Well, this come out, I thought it was a very interesting story. ISIS terror threat declared in Northern Virginia. Police presence increased in shopping malls and transit hubs. Terror threat coincidentally highly anticipated gubernatorial election. And this come out, it is done by Jamie White. Authorities in Northern Virginia warned about a possible ISIS terrorist plot in the area and have increased police presence at various public centers for the Halloween weekend. Multiple law enforcement sources have reportedly received credible intelligence of a coming ISIS terrorist attack in the coming days and are increasing security at shopping malls, public gatherings, and transport hubs. While the Arlington County Police Department is aware of information circulating regarding a non-specific unconfirmed threat to shopping centers, the department, in a statement, said this Saturday. There's no specific or identified threat to our region. As always, the public is encouraged to remain attentive as you go about your normal routines, particularly in areas where large crowds of people typically gather, such as shopping centers, restaurant districts, religious services, and public transportation hubs, to name a few.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us as we begin this Halloween weekend with a very real threat. Tonight, security is being beefed up at malls and shopping centers just outside here in the nation's capital. This is all stemming from what authorities say is a credible threat from ISIS to attack sometime in the next few days. The terror group has been working to incite attacks inside the U.S. and has been emboldened by the American withdrawal from Afghanistan. This new threat comes at a busy time. It's not just Halloween weekend, but Virginia is also about to elect a new governor. Well, there's a lot of new information to get to, and CBS's Catherine Herridge leads us off tonight from here in Washington. Good evening, Catherine.
Tonight, law enforcement officials say they are acting at an abundance of caution, but it's also clear they are actively assessing this new intelligence.
Police in Northern Virginia, just outside Washington, D.C., are on a heightened state of alert. A new law enforcement warning of a potential threat against malls and shopping centers.
We have increased our police presence throughout the county to include major thoroughfares, transit hubs, shopping plazas, and shopping malls.
Sources tell CBS News the threat originated with ISIS, the international terrorist group, and is the basis for the alert. Police say the increased law enforcement presence will be in place through the Halloween weekend.
It's just our responsibility to have a greater presence.
You know, Nick Rockefeller, it's kind of funny. I don't want to hear these pinheads. It's kind of fun. It's not funny, but Nick Rockefeller told Aaron Russo when Aaron Russo, before he died, that they were going to invent all these groups, these terrorist groups, chase them around the world, and they were going to use them anytime that they wanted to drum up a little fear or do a false flag or need a group to blame something on. No, and I wonder how many times that they beef up security or they just want to do a show. They want to keep conditioning the people, that you need to step in line, that our presence here, our military presence, our security presence here, you need us to make you feel safe. This whole, you're going to trade your false sense of security. You're going to trade all your freedoms away. But it's, Rand Paul's son, who's a senator in Kentucky, has been warning people that, the Biden administration does have dissenter lists. And the Virginia Fusion Centers, because this story come out of Virginia, says that, we got to watch out for the dissenters that disagree with the Biden administration and everything because they're the domestic terrorists. So which is it? Do we need to keep our eyes on ISIS or do we need to keep our eyes on our neighbor? They want us to keep our eyes on our neighbor and let them worry about ISIS. Let them worry about their military presence in the street and have us, uh, ratting on each other. But it's a dog eat dog world out there, YouTube. I think I'm going to put this on YouTube. I think I could talk about this on YouTube. And we'll see what's been happening over at the website, harrythomas.info. I've got all the links up there to the social media that I've been on and been using and been meeting a lot of great people in this war because we're trying to beat the New World Order and slow them down, back them off, do something because they're coming for us with their end game and they're dividing and conquering us. And the only way that we could stop them is together because together we will make a difference. I want to thank you for listening and thank you for being a friend.